My friends, and you are my friends, like Red Skelton used to say, whether you like it or not. And, well, I'm concerned about this war making business that we seem to be involved in so much. We started with this war in Iraq. Iraq did not attack us or threaten us, and we got going into there, and we lost over 5,000 of our young people over there in the service. And Obama voted against going in there, President Obama, and Hillary Clinton said that she wished she wouldn't have voted for it. So now we're not only in Iraq, we're in Pakistan, and we're in Afghanistan. So we got three wars going on. And think of what that's costing us. You know, we can afford that, it seems like, and then we can afford to have troops in over 130 foreign countries right now. Does that make sense? I don't know. I wonder why they're there. You know, maybe you could look into that. And maybe, like in the case of Korea, we have troops in southern Korea, and perhaps that prevents war between North and South Korea, because if we weren't in South Korea, it may be that North Korea would attack South Korea, and then we would have to go in to help South Korea because that is supposedly is democracy, I think. So we've got these big expensive carriers out there, and must be six or seven of them, an enormous cost. And think of all it's costing us to keep these troops in all these various parts of the world. That's very expensive, and yet we feel that we can't afford a medical insurance for all of our citizens, like all the countries of Western Europe can and do. So sometimes it seems to me that the commander-in-chief of the armed forces is maybe not President Obama, it's General Petraeus and this McNichols guy. No, I personally think we should slowly get out of these wars because I don't see what good they're doing us. It's like a friend of mine said, if this isn't another Vietnam, it sure looks a lot like it. Another friend says that we're looking like old Nazi Germany. We're looking for excuses to start wars. I think we should get out of there. Tell the generals, slowly get our guys out of that part of the world. That's not our culture. You know, we're not gaining anything in these wars. You know, if we think those people hate us, are we going to go in there and start shooting at them and then they're going to start liking us? You know, I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense. So I just wanted to get my 2 cents in on that. I think we're getting too much like a war type country, a war making country, like old Nazi Germany, finding one excuse after the other. They you know, they went into the Sudetenland and they took over France, occupied France, and then they started getting to a point where they're going to go into Poland. They did that, but they were, you know, oh, Hitler was nuts. He was on drugs in his final months anyway, but we're not that way. But I think we should get out of that part of the world. It's very costly to us, and we should be taking care of all of our citizens with medical care and care of infrastructure and so on. You should get the book by Gore Vidal, which is entitled The American Empire, because we're sort of acting imperial. Back in the Vietnam War days, we had a Senator Fulbright, and he talked about the arrogance of power. You know, and you got a lot of power, it's easier for you to start shoving people around. So it's easy for us to go ahead and start wars that don't make any sense. So let's get an anti-war movement going. As far as I'm concerned, we need to get out of there and start spending money here on our own people in our own USA here. So that's my 2 cents for today. So like our this good guy who comes on in the evenings, Charlie Rose, says at the end of his show sometimes, thank you for listening, and see you next time.